The first speaker of the day is a resourceful entrepreneur, an innovative and tech-savvy CXO, and a persuasive management consultant. Being the managing director and president of a listed company, a strategic advisor, and an AI pioneer since 2012, CA Nitin Sachdeva is bound to be one of the reputed speakers on various platforms. His perspective has transformed the ordinary into the extraordinary. I request CA Sachin Miniyar sir to felicitate our proactive speaker. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the dignitaries. We can't wait to hear your insights on harnessing AI in the workplace and building future-ready organizations with enhanced cybersecurity and data governance by leveraging the AI. Sir, over to you.
Really good to see everyone here on Saturday morning after the 30th rush, although the last date got extended. But still, I understand there would be some last-minute changes which are required in certain documents for which, again, most of the officers would be working today. A big thanks to everyone to attend here. And a big round of applause for the AI committee in ICAI to have taken this initiative of setting up the innovation cell within ICAI. Believe me, friends, the ICAI of India is the only institute which has taken these strides, not just steps, but big strides, big leaps to adapt innovation and to adapt AI in its processes and to make the world aware. So big congratulations and thanks to our leadership, the president, vice president of our institute, and also the Central Council members who are at the helm, led by our very own CA Dayanivas Sharma, Chairman, sir, and Vice Chair, our very own young, energetic, ever-shining, omnipresent. Sir, do you have clones? CA Umesh Sharma, sir. I have seen him present in all the seminars, taking initiative right from setting up the topic, coordinating with the speakers, advising them on certain things, and making sure that the participants are benefited. Thank you so much, CA Umesh, sir. Thanks for leading this initiative. And we are really thankful to the office bearers, mentors, the past office bearers and the current office bearers of Pune branch to have taken this step of hosting this session. So with this, I welcome you all to this interactive meet for today. Let's keep it very interactive with all the speakers and the members here. It's not just people will come and speak something which is about technology or which is about something which is happening outside. It is happening at our own offices, on your laptops, on your mobile phones itself. You have already adapted AI. How many of you say that you haven't adapted AI till now? Anyone? Not a single person? Great. So the journey here today with the participants is going to be really awesome because I understand what Madam said about the adoption of technology for the McKinsey report. So ma'am, in the same report, McKinsey says the technological adoption, what India was supposed to do till 2090, is now going to happen by 2060. With just 2-3 years of innovation which happened, the adoption rate advanced by 30 years. Just assume the situation where we will head after the next 4 years, 5 years time. So definitely the future is ours, and we as chartered accountants, as torch bearers for different industries. So if I can ask a question, how many members are from the industry here? So most of us are practicing chartered accountants? Sir, sure. So I'll focus that because I generally focus on industry. AI, people say AI has come. AI was already there. Since 1955, 57, people have been talking about AI. 1985, Steve Jobs had already forecasted about chatbots in his speech. It's all available online, if you see. So this is nothing new. We started our software services company in 2008, started embedding AI since 2012 in our forecasting, like workforce management products that we build. The store execution products. So for store replenishments, how many seasons are there? What are the parameters in each season? So these are all mathematical and statistical calculations. So friends, at Dubai when I was speaking, we had a long day filled with all speakers coming and talking about all big jargons from the industry for AI. And I started the first statement: AI is a hype word. It's just data. The use of data, the working on the available data, the data which is generated, how you analyze that data, and after process data which is analyzed, how you utilize it in your future decision making. That is all about AI, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is not a technical jargon, not for which our chartered accountancy members would have to become engineers. We are better off in understanding and explaining AI than any other technical qualified person outside in the world. I'm not criticizing any other technological education, but yes, we are there on top of it. Machine learning. There are big jargons here: machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, LLMs. People today are saying LLMs. I'll build my own LLM, I'll sell it as a product. What is the core focus for which we are doing? We'll sail through that today. Is the speed okay? Am I able to connect with everyone here? Yes. If I'm going too fast or too slow, please point out, because I would like to be reminded that people are here who are listening. Otherwise, there is no fun sitting here. It's not for CPE hours. It's for mutual learning for all. So LLMs sit at the heart of Gen AI basically. And LLM is one small part of it. It's all about automated learning and technological adaptation, not technological enhancements. Adaptation. Technology is always evolving. We evolve around with technology. So the use cases, typical use cases for chartered accountancy offices, like when we generate reports, when we do financial modeling, we do a lot of graphical things which are from Canva or Excel. So that is primarily using tools. So that is already an adaptation of AI. For AI adaptation, the chartered accountant's office, or for that matter, people in the industry, don't have to be tech savvy. We can adapt AI with the right set of tools being used for our purposes. For writing the syntax, we have to do prompts. So these days, even the chat GPTs give you prompts which will give you further inputs from the system itself. So these things, when we adapt, we are already utilizing AI in our day-to-day skills. So should we go back home now? We know we are AI experts, or do we need to stay here? Stay here, 6 hours CP? After a good breakfast at the venue and lunch waiting in the afternoon, I don't think it makes sense to go back. So pattern analysis, how to analyze the behavior of certain transactions which happen at our client's place or the organization where we are working. That could be done using AI tools which are out there available. This is majority number of people. They say that striking the right balance between cost cutting and investing for growth is a top challenge to transformation. Every one of us agree? Madam said, right? But adopting AI is not that costly, because we have been adopting AI, and I have been promoting AI since 2012 onwards itself, in various platforms to various clients in various solutions. It rather reduces our cost. So we have to see what process we are doing, what is the output expected of that process, and how much time and energy and resources we need to adapt. Like that Roomba thing, the cleaning Roomba, it used to come earlier for 35,000, now it is for 25,000. So definitely there is reduction in cost, but still it doesn't make any sense. The market is really huge, and the use cases across diverse industries could be applied by chartered accountants, practicing chartered accountants. We all know tech singularity is here to come. People say by 2050, human life will become immortal. People will not be able to die even if they wish to. But for that, we still need human intervention. So to apply those artificial parts in human bodies and to make sure that they run properly, there are humans which would be required to train those robots. So AI can not replace humans in that case. Autonomous cars, we know how many accidents do autonomous car make. And if there is a mathematical calculation or if there is a power issue somewhere or an excess surge, definitely like there would be some remedial action which would be required. Banks are using AI for credit profiling. You know, friends, these days, every document what we send is sent out in a PDF or a JPG image, and those are fudged. So for fraud detection, when documents are being processed, for the ALM, the background verification which is done today, everything has to be driven by certain checks and balances which we can implement. So when we receive any document from our client and we assume that this PDF is generated from a court order which is downloaded by our source, the client also gives us a source. Do we anytime verify whether that PDF is anytime edited by someone or is it the original PDF? That is something which we need to ponder upon. We need to search for the right tool for that, wherein we can analyze, put that document and see the source of it. Like these days, people are preparing a lot of submission presentation papers using AI. So there are platforms in which you put that paper and within seconds you get a report that it is generated from AI. So that is one thing. And plus the fraudulent activities. So being a forensic and fraud auditor, so I always figure out what is the latest in forensic and fraud detection that we can utilize for the benefit of the communities and the compliance perspective. For various industrial use cases, including manufacturing optimization of cost, we can utilize AI big time. We don't need to be engineers. We need to have the right set of understanding. We will discuss in detail, and there are 3 other speakers who will give you hands-on experience as well if needed on using various tools and platforms. But for me, I train people hands-on on those tools. I never use those tools. Reason being, I'm not needed to use those tools. Similarly, at our offices, we may be having access to all tools. We are not using it at times. Excel, a plain simple Excel, if you club Excel with some other additions, add-ons, you can make your own AI tool and platform, which we are not aware of. The benefits, even to employees. I was talking about our offices so that when we are entrepreneurs, I treat every chartered accountant as an entrepreneur these days, because I surrendered my certificate of practice in 17, so I became an entrepreneur. Now I can market entrepreneurship, but professional offices are looked upon from the industry as part of the entrepreneurship ecosystem these days to add value to their businesses. How can we motivate them? How can we motivate their employees to perform better? The chartered accountancy practice and the expectation from chartered accountants in corporate world are beyond what used to be earlier since ages, where people used to come with a lot of respect and sit at our offices with all documents. Now they expect us to provide them information and advice even before they enter into some thought about it. So they want the work to be done by us, and it is a professional opportunity for us. Even if we are in the industry, we can still go beyond that. Like the CFOs don't do the only work of a CFO now. They do the work of the procurement head, the legal head as well, the contracts which are being documented and document verification is done by the legals. The CAs do the vetting of it. Because we have the business acumen, business understanding, and we are best at understanding what is going to happen for this transaction in the future. This we can leverage with the right set of tools, and there are reports which say that significant amount of upside is received because of the adoption of AI tools and processes for better decision making, satisfaction, collaboration, and for better work performance across locations. These days, we are working with companies some of you may also be working with GCCs. They have offices in different locations. Even in India, they work in 3 different time zones. Someone works with the Australian team, someone works with the UK, US team, and the other people are working with Singapore team, or for that matter, India team and the UAE team. So the diversity of locations and the diverse nature of expectations from people from different geographies within one client have increased the onus of responsibility on us as professionals. So we need to adapt technology so that our life becomes easy. I am from the time wherein I used to like bank reconciliation during my articleship days. My boss used to say, Nitin, this is तुझ करू शकतो है. But मेरा ऐसा है कि मैं उसमें मोटिवेट होकर 3 बजे तक सुबह अपना वो रिकन्सिलेशन करता था और 10 बजे सुबह ऑफिस पहुंच जाता था कि सर दिस इज डन. एंड दैट हेल्प मी मेक अ कनेक्ट विद माई बॉसेस in the office, and my bosses confidently sent me to the best of the clients, which helped me learn in my professional life. So ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं उसमें कोई प्रताड़ित हुआ हूँ. I earned a lot of learning from those assignments what I did. So similarly, working with different time zones and different expectations from different people. Is it making sense for practicing chartered accountants? I see some of the eyes down, whether it's on a cell phone or थोड़ा सा नींद आ रही है. ऐसा नहीं है, मैं जोक कर रहा था वैसे हो. Don't worry about it. No eyes are down. So I just keep checking whether the attendance is full, or it's a good thing to see the full house here from this side of the dais, sir. Congratulations. And this is the report, ma'am. Chitle ma'am, you were talking about McKinsey report. So this is happening not from engineers. This is happening from professionals. Most of the development in AI is happening from professionals, and CAs are contributing big times. We know how to train the LLMs. Agents, the bots which are being made, the bots are very easy to make. You just need the right syntax, and why you can adopt it, because you have the business acumen to understand the business use case of it. Right? It's just, we need to see, there are on LinkedIn, if you go, 100 tools, 100 AI tools. People say for designing, this is the tool, for processing of data, this is the tool, for analyzing, this is the tool. But that is a marketing effect. You should see the source of that document, where that document is being originated, who is doing it. Go for reviews of those documents, because your data is very important. Whenever you work with AI tools, you put a lot of data into it. Whenever we fire a query, my client has this issue, can you give me a solution for that? You know where the data is going? The data is being transferred to the outside world, where the LLM is learning. 2 years ago, when we started using ChatGPT, whenever we fired a query, the ChatGPT said, sorry, my database is not updated. I don't have an answer for this. Try with some other combination. Today, it has answers to most of the things. Why? Because we trained it. We as users trained it. So the authenticity of the applications which are out there, which are recommended from your institute. This reminds me of a compilation what the AI committee chairman and vice chairman have made. There is a book published by them. I think that would be available outside as well, limited copies. People who stay till evening would receive it. Very limited copies are there. But that's a beautiful tool which the ICAI AI committee has evaluated multiple tools across India and overseas, and put a compilation of recommended tools which has been vetted. So you can make sure that you get a copy of that book, which is a beautiful compilation by CA Dayaneva Sharma sir and the CA Umesh Sharma sir, for the benefit of chartered accountants at large. And this can be taken as a vetted ground for selection of those tools which are out there and the processes which are out there. You don't need to create your own products and LLMs. They are already there, which are shortlisted and selected. There are around 100 tools there.
Retiring person or anybody, they have to run right from the pivot to the post for this. How AI can be used for generation of how AI can be used for generation of life certificates?
Sir, life certificates means for the retirees, you are saying that they need to produce the life certificate to the bank?
Yeah, to the bank.
Right. So, blockchain-based credential management platform could be used, or a document management platform could be used, which could be created by, this is a good business use case, by the way, sir. Thank you so much for sharing that, because there is a genuine problem here where people have to be present personally. And now with the globalization of citizens from India as well, people are mostly, please be seated, sir. People are traveling and reside overseas as well, and for their pension and benefits from the bank, at times they have to wait for a year or two and then physically being present there. So these documents and the secured platforms, which could there is a secured platform for verifying whether the video or the document is created currently with timestamp and the location stamp, and also whether the person is the genuine person. So the AI could, like the phone lock what you have, it recognizes your face recognition, finger recognition. Similarly, there are certain platforms which could be used to build a product simple and give it to the banks to use it at large, integrate it into the bank system where you can create a video. Hey, I am such and such, I am creating this video on this date. This is a certification from my, self-certification from my side, but the regulators have to adopt it. So this is something which the council or the body can take it up with the government of India, and we can make use cases from our CA fraternity and give them as a recommendation along with the communication. Great thought, sir. A big round of applause for sir. Hope it answers, sir. Yeah. Tax consulting, auditing, company formation, assessments, returns, and compliance. These are traditional activities. How many of us say that AI cannot benefit these? If we say AI can benefit this, can someone explain how AI can benefit this? Auditing, we have been doing sampling. With the adoption of AI, we can do away with the sampling thing. We can do 100% document analysis with less amount of time, with more accuracy. We just need to use the right platform, give the right prompt, and see the data which is being generated is as per our expected output or not. If it is not, we need to tweak further the prompt and then get the right output. Similarly, for assessments, there are a lot of data which is there, like 10 years, different documents which are there with the people, and then there are notices from different departments with different dates, but similar in nature. Can AI integrate everything in one platform and give you a list of chronologically generated sequence of events, wherein the notices could be answered using AI? Gemini.google.com does it. You put that, okay, this is a notice, you put that image or a PDF document to Gemini, and it will generate a response to it. But how are you going to utilize your office data? Because your office data, we don't even give to clients. When client comes with a pen drive, I need my data, we say no. We have given you the financial results. We have given you every other document which we were supposed to give. These are our working papers. We cannot give this to you. When a CA approaches for some litigation with some recommendation, then discussing with the client, we give that data to the client. But that data is very secured. How do you feel we can automate that process and utilize AI into these document management and credential retention things? We can have our own LLM created, sir, for that. The CA GPT which is there, we can put all the publicly available documents into the CA GPT, put our notice there, and ask CA GPT to give me a response. It is free of cost, given by the AI committee of ICAI to us. How many of us are not utilizing CA GPTs and the bots which are there? Can we commit here today? This is a large number we are not utilizing. This is a boon to us given by the ICAI committee, AI committee in ICAI, which is a free of cost thing which otherwise would have costed us at least, sir, somewhere around 50 lakhs to 1 crore rupees to build those things. If we build it, and accuracy would not have been there. But we as chartered accountants are getting it free for use. Can we commit here today to use those GPTs which are available? It's a free account that can be created. And those documents, like previously we used to pay for the magazines, the newsletters. Now it is given by the institute for free. The modules which are there for studies for students, they were all chargeable earlier. Now the institute is giving everything for free in those CAGPT platforms. Can we start using it? I'm not promoting here that thing, but sir, I'm thanking the institute.
Yes, sir. I'm scared of that we do all the groundwork in the next 4 or 5 years, and it will be stolen by the other institutes, and some national authority will be forced on.
Sir, these documents which are out there, the institute is really mindful of it. They are not putting any document which is a private document. These documents are otherwise also public documents. Once the magazine is issued to you and it's received at your office, or you have the PDF copy of it, it is issued by the institute. Now it is on the institute, it's not charging you for that. So these are public documents, but analyzing those, researching those things and getting the right input for our office use is a burden on us to do it, because we have all the means, we are not doing it. And other institutes will definitely follow, because we are promoting it in a sense that we are the pioneers. ICAI is globally the pioneer. Even AICPA is not using it. No other chapter, no other association, no other different stream is using these tools into their AI thing, what Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is doing. So once we start adopting it, others will definitely follow, but we'll have the first mover advantage. By the time they learn, we will be far ahead of them. Sir, in that there are secured platforms. I cannot market here, but there is a platform from my own company, which we can discuss in the afternoon. And it's again on peanuts of the cost for chartered accountants, where there are multiple platforms which are out there, which are using vector X formatting for compression of the data, which even the Reserve Bank of India is using. RAG architecture is there. Those who understand technology here would understand the secured architecture from cloud security perspective is RAG architecture. And beyond that, when we use GPT, even when you say calculations, now the calculations of AI generated reports, people say that they are 99.5% correct. So there is still a margin error of 0.5%, and which is huge. You put that document, process it and say that, okay, generate this computation of income. It will create, even Gemini.google.com will create certain errors in simple calculations. Like you say, the salary is this much, and with the old tax regime, these are the deductibles. It will create the report, but it may have errors, which humans have to correct. So that is still not there. But there are agentic architecture which could be applied to these things. And we as chartered accountants, if we start using these tools, we can create our own agents. We are able to create our own bots. The 18 bots which are out there from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, AI committee, they are actually using these things. They are adopting agentic models. So in agentic models, the hallucinations are very less. Fake चीज आएगी उसमें, उसके ख्यालात बहुत कम हो जाते हैं उसमें. And for data security, when we use secured platforms, the data resides in the cloud or the local server where you host it. The notices, everything will reside there. And the query that you fire, only that query, if you want the answer to be compared from the data which is available on the cloud, then only the query will go out. But your records, the office records, because I know like some of our offices are working since last more than 50 years. So there is huge amount of data which is generated. We can simply have a IP of that particular server where your data is hosted to research on that particular client documents. So if client name is XYZ Limited now, which was earlier XYZ Private Limited, and before that it was XYZ Partnership. Earlier to that it was XYZ Proprietorship. So all those things could be given to the data source, and they can be collaborated together, because manually if you do it, even your best of the chartered accountants at office and the articles, they may have some errors, they may miss out on certain things. If you have to see between 50 different documents from 5 different concerns, some margin of error is always there with humans. So automating it, using the right set of tool and putting the right parameters in place will help you get 100% verified results from those documents. It cannot be that GPT will leave 1 or 2 documents if the source is given and the query is fired correctly. It will go through 100% of the verification for those documents. So for returns and compliance, these calculations, when we say that, okay, these are 5 different rules, acts, notifications, and 50 different other document requirements, and these are my client data, do some financial modeling to be in financial terms as compliant with all the acts, rules, and these would be the additional trends in business. So it will generate a projection report for you. Do you think that projection report would be better than someone doing it manually from those documents? There is always an error that I, as Nitin Sachdeva, will not be able to read 2 different notifications which restrict certain activities. But the AI will definitely use it. So we are there and start using, because 50% of the people here are not using ChatGPT. Bangalore, only 10 to 15% people were there. There were over 1,000 people there in the Bangalore, and around 800, 850 members have actually registered, and they had used AI GPT, CA GPT in some form or the other. And when asked questions, they were able to answer it correctly. So I would urge everyone to go today and register. It's a simple registration with any of your email accounts. You can register, and it's free of cost for you as chartered accountants. The cost is already borne by our Central Council committee members by burning their midnight oil and doing a lot of research with people in the industry, bringing everyone together. Future ready activities. I have been a management consultant all my life. The first job that I got was for IPCL in Gujarat. 45,000, I was just kidding. My furniture was being done at the office rental premises that I had done. And I know the story, I'm very passionate about telling it. I qualified at first attempt without studying. And there was a person who stood first in Nagpur in intermediate and in final as well. I stood second both times. Both occasions, I was much more happier than him. He had lost merit by 4 marks. I had lost merit by 13 marks. So losing merit by 4 marks, he was crying, and I was happy. I stood second. Similarly, in AI as well, when we do certain things, so we need to make sure that if others are trained well, it is they have taken a stride 10 years ago or 5 years ago. We are starting today. So whatever small wins we have, we should definitely take a pause, celebrate on those small wins, and gear up for taking up the next big steps. Similarly, with this ICAI GPT, the CA GPT for ICAI, it's a small win for us as chartered accountants, but globally, if you see, people who have not even thought about it, to give it to their members, people are still contemplating what the associations will get, what marketing benefit we will get. Here it is all about giving back to the ecosystem, giving back to the members. So everyone 100%. Can we take a vow here today to 100% register there? Sir, we commit here today on behalf of everyone. I am also, sir. Yes. Thank you so much, friends. Let's register and give it as a compliment to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India to have provided this platform to us. In management consulting, I was telling, I got the offer for 45,000 plus salary. I was just to appear for an in-person, and the other person who wanted 25,000 plus got rejected. So I recommended him, but he did not get selected because he did not showcase that leadership skill. And being from a business background, from a business fraternity, I knew how to talk with people. So when they asked me for a chartered accountancy role, I asked them what it entails for them and what it entails for me. What is my career growth plan that they are envisaging for me? So the questions that they fired, I have fired almost similar questions to them. That is how I ventured into management consultancy. कोई बड़ा family name नहीं था मेरे पास में, and कोई पूछता था क्या कर रहे, खाली रहता था मैं, छोटे मोटे सेल टेक से काम मिलते थे मुझे, and मैं बोलता था management consulting कर रहा हूँ. People used to give me a lot of respect. And then I thought, if the word management consulting gives me respect, why don't I become a management consultant? Then I started approaching large chartered accountancy firms in Nagpur, Coming from Nagpur, like it was really difficult. I did my articleship in a mid-sized company, learned end-to-end from my bosses. One boss was a chartered accountant. There were two other bosses, and one was an advocate. So I learned certain things from them. I worked very closely with all my chartered bosses in the office. And I used to go and approach those chartered accountants at Nagpur, ask them, give me the biggest pain point for your largest client. If I solve it, you keep the fees. So they used to ask me, what do you do with, I said, I get a learning, I'll make a document out of it. I'll take a case study, I'll make a case study, a use case of it, and then go and approach other people. So with that, I worked with large infrastructure companies, solvent oil extraction plants, global people. I set up a TV news channel as well for one of my clients. Can you imagine a chartered accountant working with a TV news client to do the procurement, eventually spends up setting up this TV news channel in 2013. So chartered accountants can do those things, and these all comes into the management consulting purview. Wherever there is a trade show, there is an opportunity. We are here fortunate that we are present in such a large numbers. Can we take a moment to introduce ourselves with the other members who are there, which we don't know what they do, or they don't know what we do? Can we network with them? We join different organizations like BNI and other platforms. Why can't we utilize our CA platform for that, to collaborate with other members? Learning happens on the fly, friends. So I have learned by attending a lot of trade shows. Similarly, in management consulting and advisory, if we start analyzing documents from different industries and do some financial modeling based on those documents, we could be better advising our clients using the AI tools. Like if they say on international IFRS, all the IFRS are already there in the CAGPT. We don't need to study in detail. We just need to have an overall understanding, which we all do at every time. Using the CAGPT, this is just one example I'm doing. It's free for all, so commercially I'm open to sell it. So it's a free thing. So can we go do some in-depth analysis and then advise our clients on their specific queries, what they have, based on certain tools? Because there is a margin of error which is very negligible in these kind of activities. And then with all due diligence, we can apply our own mind and go on the source document for those advice what we have received from the GPT. We have been CFOs, now it is a requirement that we should be CFO++. CFO++ means what value addition we can give to the other stakeholders. Like I say, my main aim is how CA can utilize AI at their workplace. So friends, AI will help you become future ready in cybersecurity and data science domain. And AI in utilizing in cybersecurity is very easy for us. We could become with the DPDP coming in. How many of you know that there is a new data protection law in lines with the GDPR is already there in the final stages in India? I think within a couple of months it would be rolled out by the government. Can we be ready ahead of time? We already have that draft for it available with us. We could be providing, there is a need which will create a lot of professional opportunities for chartered accountants, where each company at a certain level will have to have a data protection officer or a virtual CISO officer. So can chartered accountants who are already advising different companies, and we also have an advisory firm in most of our cases. So can we adapt these things, gear ourselves as a specialized COE? See, we cannot market our professional practice, but we can definitely showcase our expertise. So within our office, can we have a center of excellence, a small COE, wherein a person is deputed, a senior person, and there are a few people under that person. Bring in a subject matter expert from outside, train our people, create documentation, create an understanding, use AI as a tool to learn, and then understand different AI tools which are out there, and then create it as a practice that we will provide virtual CFO services. Virtual CFO services is one. In that, we will also provide cyber security and data governance practice professional services, wherein virtual data protection officers are needed. Even in the UAE, I was there at Dubai, so we have certain clients there wherein we provide them with data security as a practice under cyber security. So recently I was talking to someone with the data protection law. Vishnuji asked, Vishnu Somani sir is the chairman at the Dubai Center. He said that there are very little laws which govern the AI. I say, sir, it's all about data, with due respect. We already have data protection laws in place which are prevalent since ages. And now India is also coming with DPDP. Can we be better equipped with simple AI tools to advise our clients in a better fashion? Can we adopt those AI tools at our workplace for making sure that we are compliant with data protection laws and we advise the correct things to everyone? CFO plus plus. Delaplex.digital dekh लीजिए, बढ़िया tool है. In sales, people say there is only one opportunity which is there, never lose it. Sir, NADT has the biggest center in India for CBDT, NADT at Nagpur. I have been a visiting faculty and a trainer there as well. So I know they have invested heavily in tools which are costing crores of rupees to analyze the data patterns. Like agriculture income, people used to say, ठीक है, 20 लाख रुपए agriculture income डाल दो, 50 लाख रुपए agriculture income डाल दो. Now they already have the seasonal pattern data from Google Maps, where say ये तो जगह तो बंजर ही थी है, assessment होता है तो उड़ जाता है वो. Correct? मंडी रिसीट की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है अभी. So this is one thing which they are using just by Google Maps. AI for analysis of data, the suspicion transaction reports which are being generated. Earlier there used to be thousands of data points which were generated. Now they are giving only selected notices, which are exceptions. So the patterns are analyzed by different tools. Definitely there are certain paid tools which require large investments, but at the same time, there are free versions of it, like penetration testing. We as chartered accountants can do penetration testing by just Burp Suite free version, by Nest Suite free version. So these are some kind of things which we can give as a value-add service. Pune is a hub of IT companies. We must be having at least 25% of our clients which are in IT. Most of our offices would be having those kind of things. So can we say you are building a new product or a new platform? Can I do the penetration testing for you as a sample, free of cost? You apply to young students at your office, give them a legal license, a trial license, a free license for Nest Suite, for example, or Burp Suite trial version. And taking the open APIs for those clients, do the penetration testing, generate a report. That report will come in a very detailed format. Someone needs to analyze. You can utilize AI to analyze, AI platforms to analyze those reports and reduce the size of the reports. The report comes generally around 18 pages, 24 pages, 28 pages. The relevant ones are only 4 or 5 pages. So the exceptionals which are out there, those could be utilized. So we could become cyber experts here as well. Engineers कुछ नहीं करते हैं ऐसे. मैं भी engineers के साथ काम करता हूँ. Engineers tools को कैसे use करना, they know. जैसा code है, people used to say, I'm an expert in .NET, I'm an expert in Java. Now there are no code platforms. You give a prompt to a GPT and it will give you the right set of code already written. आप GitHub पे चले जाइए, आपको बड़े से बड़ा code. There was a university management app which was required for one of the universities, and the VC was my friend. He told me, Nitin, ये आया है मेरे पास. He's asking me for this much code. What should I do? I asked my engineer, go on GitHub, get me a university management app. He set up that app in 4 hours for me, getting a free source code. I said, see, ये 4 घंटे में मिल गया. अब जाके उससे टेंडर की बात करो. इसमें what you need to add, your data should be secured, your data should not go outside. Coming back to your point, these tools which are out there, using AI, a lot of suspicious transaction reports, notices which were going out have reduced. And the outliers of those document parameters, like you use Python, R, Anaconda, you generate those pattern reports, analyze the data, and then see which are the outliers. Some of the outliers don't require your attention because they are exceptional in nature, where you can understand from the data pattern itself. But some catch your attention. So the government uses AI based on those parameters only, like the phones that you use. So what do you feel like WhatsApp is secured? It's 100% encrypted, end-to-end encryption is there with the government of India. They can read, analyze anything that you type on WhatsApp, right? AI. The government doesn't have the bandwidth to read and analyze 100% of the conversations which you do. The phone that you talked upon, like if this is being recorded and telecasted live, it is being screened through a AI platform, right? So these kind of tools help the government and enforcement agencies to utilize and do the right set of checks and balances. Hope I'm able to answer. But उसमें करोड़ रुपए लग जाते हैं, तो we as chartered accountants cannot do that. We need to have proper association with different universities, different labs, and then engage with them based on the parameters. Forecasting and predictive assessments are really important for us. Data officers, chief information officer, we discussed how we can become risk officers in different organizations. There is a big business opportunity for us. CAs today are not just simple advisors, but they are expected to be strategic advisors leveraging AI. Like we discussed, AI could be used in traditional offerings as well, drafting responses. We don't need to spend hours drafting responses. We just need to give the proper syntax, proper prompt to the tool, give the situation. Don't give confidential information to tools which are free of cost, which are taking your data outside. Make sure that you analyze that particular aspect very clearly. And then responses could be handled very easily. Large legacy data sets, 100% of the verification could happen. Auditing procedure automation could be done 100% using AI tools which are currently out there in the market. Contract reviews, there are 5 different contract documents. There are legal requirements, there are capability requirements from our organizations. We can analyze everything together at one go and come up with a report, what matches and what are the exceptions, what complies, what do not comply. And a very crucial thing which is out there, which my learned friend from Mumbai will also speak about, automation. So he's a big fan and a creator of a lot of automation tools. Anything which needs to be done twice should ideally be automated. At our offices, we have 98% of our processes which we are doing repetitively. Think of automating those tools. In auditing, population audits, real-time processing, efficient resource allocation, reducing errors of removal of human bias. We already discussed some of these points in the earlier discussion points. These could be automated using the AI tools. And the risk detection, like what sir was telling about, life certificate देना है, उसमें आजकल ऐसा आ गया है कि जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स आता है, ये मेरा आधार कार्ड है, आधार कार्ड में फ़ोटो किसी की होती है, नाम किसी का होता है, वो PDF में चेंज करके दे देते हैं. By the time it is known and it is processed and it is verified, वो बंदे का तो लोन भी हो जाता है और आगे भी चला जाता है वो. छोटे बैंक्स की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. But with the use of AI tools, we can analyze whether, मतलब हमको पोर्टल पे जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं हो, 6 रुपये भी खर्चा नहीं करना है वेरिफिकेशन के लिए. हमको वी कैन सी विद द डॉक्यूमेंट, PDF आया, उसको पोर्टल में डालो, इट विल से ये फ़ोटो दूसरे की है, ये नंबर दूसरे का है. Every large organization which is there, which were into traditional business and practice, taking data from different courts, utilizing it, bringing in compendium for us, they are using, like taxmen, they are also using AI to automate things and to give you the relevant data for your query. Half of the time when you write the query, the first part of the query gives you the answers. How can that happen? We discussed about management consulting, CFO. Risk and data officers is a big field which we can advise our client and save a lot of money for our clients as well. And there are different tools which we can utilize. So there are certain, like even Tally, we don't use the Tally on-prem these days. We are mostly using Tally on the cloud version. So similarly, when we are working with companies which have overseas operations, like I am working on Xero for a UK client. We are working on QuickBooks Online for multiple clients in the US. We are doing predictive analysis and financial modeling for companies in the US. How we are able to do it? Because we have adopted those tools that they are using, taken the legal licenses for those tools. Like I have the legal license demo license legally with, since I have a social security number for the US, being a CPA in India, I'm not a CPA registered in the US, a CA in India, I have a demo license where I can write the return details into the portal and check for US income tax returns, whether the return is being processed properly from my office or not. So we just need to invest in the right set of tools. Expensify, Paylocity, like payroll processing, a lot of automated tools and services are there. We can adopt certain platforms which are very cost effective and give these as value-added services to our clients that, okay, we will process your payroll. Why do we go and say that, okay, go ahead and take some third party? Why don't we become that third party? And if people are there in the industry, why don't we say that we will do it all in-house? So we are processing the credit card payments, directly putting it into accounts by Concur. So these are some things which we need to learn, and it's very easy to learn. The one who knows Word and Excel knows everything in the world. And one who is a chartered accountant, I don't need to say anything further in that. We are experts than any other person or profession. Adopting technology and tools, starting very simple, identifying the needs for our clients. Need identification takes 90% of the time, where we fail to devote our time and energy. Choosing the right AI tool, we at times choose the tools which are free of cost or which some friend has recommended us. Like for any tender, we do comparative analysis. We should definitely do comparative analysis, and also the review and ratings by other members, other users of those tools. When we download any app on our cell phone, do we not adapt that by looking at the reviews which are out there? अच्छा इसके negative reviews है, छोड़ दो, इसको नहीं करते हैं हम. अच्छा इसके 4,000 reviews है, ठीक है, ये reasonable लग रहा है. Let's download it. We should see what data is being captured from the tool and the platform that we are using. Create a center of excellence within the organization, whether we are in a professional office or a corporate office where we are working. We should create a center of excellence. Center of excellence creates a niche identity to that practice and to that knowledge base. And someone is made responsible and others are there to support. And creating a center of excellence, at times we create like center of excellence where there are no clients, but what if there are 5 clients coming? So augmenting the team within the center of excellence where we have the training mechanism in place, it's very easy. Develop a pilot project as a POC for one of our client who has the pain point. Give them some resolution, take a testimonial from them, and scale and integrate. Security is a big risk, we already discussed. Only 24% of the AI projects are being secured. We discussed about how we can integrate security aspects into it. In cybersecurity, for threat detection, AI tools are available free of cost to us. The license versions cost to generate certain reports. At times, complete reports which are out there are given in the free versions. It's just, we don't want to remove that watermark, we can use the free version. If we want to remove the watermark, so the client doesn't care what platform we are using. The client cares for what professional advice we are giving based on the document which is generated. So integrating that AI tool, AI platform initially with free of cost tools, which are from reliable companies, large companies, and then providing value-added services based on the analysis. So again, using CA/GPT for analyzing those inputs can help us scale better with the client work. Predictive analytics, like it's before the threat happens, we should predict that this can happen. Most of the companies increase their threat analysis or cybersecurity budgets only once they are a victim to some cybersecurity incidents. So rather we should advise people that they should have the industry best practices, the firewall, the user access control mechanisms in place before any incidents happens. Fraud prevention, similarly, for people training and monitoring, we can utilize certain tools. We can create an environment within an office and within the organization for the client where we can utilize certain automated tools to do these kind of monitoring in the client environment, and we can scale up in cybersecurity as well. Vulnerability management, it's just a process. So we need to see whether the process is being followed, the reports which are being generated, those reports, like Microsoft in itself gives a report. In FAFD, how many of us have done FAFD here? So we have learned that Microsoft can generate audits, reports with logs and everything, which we just need to copy it in a Word, print it, sign it, and give it to the client. So those kind of things don't require any engineering skills. These are very easy to learn. Our institute is providing us optimum training for that. In cybersecurity, CS can scale better using AI because the syntax that we use, we know the business parlance, we know how the client processes work, what the client expectations are, how they are to be reported, how the audience who are key stakeholders into those documents and reports would like to envisage and read those information what we are providing. So CAs are best suited to do cybersecurity practice, and along with it, with our expertise in risk management and analytical skills, we become the top contenders to providing these data governance and interpretation services to our clients. This is a new horizon for chartered accountants, wherein if we integrate proper AI tools in our office parlance. So integrating, I can provide hands-on experience on at least 20 tools to you here, but that will require computers to be set up, systems to be in place. We can have a separate follow-up workshop anytime in the future for that. But yes, a very simple steps and initiatives can scale up our practices. Again, a big fan of the institute. AI in ICAI committee has taken up big steps in bringing all of us together here on this great initiative with a lot of innovation, hackathons. There are chartered accountants who have given 300 plus products which are out there on the AI website itself, AI and ICAI website itself. Go take some time, read those documents which are out there. There are YouTube videos which are there. GST automation, compliances in tax, in management consulting, in income tax. A lot of things are given with small, simple additions that you can yourself write. And these are all contributed by chartered accountants like us, free of cost. So we can learn, adapt, and the institute is promoting those YouTubes on the institute YouTube channel as well. I would urge everyone to go, learn, and adapt in our office. My father is 79, he runs a sports shop business. He says, जब मुझे IT सीखना था मैंने नहीं सीखा. मैं बोला आप IT तो करते हैं, सारा दिन WhatsApp पे मैसेज आता है, फॉरवर्ड करते हैं, रीड करते हैं, उसको एडिट करते हैं. So you are already adopting IT. So we as chartered accountants can anytime do it. This is about me. Thank you so much for bringing me here today, and thanks for a patience hearing, and thanks to the CCM members and Chitle sir and Umesh sir here. So they've gone, right? Yeah, sure. Thanks everyone. Any questions? I'm here.
Thank you, sir.